The many different things that we measure in the terrestrial environment all combines into a picture of what is happening and changing in the Arctic. We are monitoring birds, we are monitoring the vegetation, we are monitoring the plants and the insects and whatever, freshwater and so on. All these things combined becomes like a series of thermometers of different changes in the Arctic. And if we don't understand why it's changing, we cannot manage it well or adapt. So all the combined measuring stations or thermometers help us understand the implications of climate change and how fast climate change is affecting the environment. So there's not like one single measurement, but a combined range of different measurements of change coming in the past, but also how we can expect future changes will impact the living conditions for not only the wildlife and wild species, but also for mankind. Now, there are many challenges to monitoring in the Arctic. Of course, since it's a huge area and with difficult access, there's a tendency to work maybe close to where the logistics allows you to get, close to airports, close to roads and so on, which may sometimes not be fully representative of the Arctic. Alternatively, you have to apply for a lot of funds to use a helicopter to get to the remote sites, or all the logistics involved can be tricky. That's also why many terrestrial monitoring programs actually set up around monitoring stations or research stations where many scientists can collaborate. That facilitates monitoring in certain areas. But it doesn't apply to all. There are certain species that are so dispersed that you cannot monitor them from one site. You need to travel around a lot. So all this logistics is probably the main challenge. Another challenge, of course, is that there are much of the monitoring is nationally based, nationally funded, and the collaboration, international collaboration, is difficult if you don't have a special platform like CBMP and the CAFF to promote it and somehow force our scientists a bit more into the same discussion. So I think that the CAFF and the CBMP is promoting sort of the collaboration across the Circumpolar Arctic, which is fantastic, because now suddenly just what I've been involved in, I've learned a lot about what the changes that I see, how they are also like reflected in what is happening in Russia or in Canada or in Alaska. So just forcing us to collaborate more is very, very enlightening.